So, as a reminder what happened last time, after you have managed to clear the underground portion of monastery, dealing with undead monks called Kurobozus, fallen samurai, uh, and with one other thing that we might someday play through flashback when we're gonna have donut back. Uh, Essentially, your actions managed to, or rather allowed you to finalize alliance between your forces, those of the guild, and Elder Hieshunklao and his monastery that is sitting in the mountains. And last time I have decided, after doing that and doing a little bit of research in the library, checking out various things, you have found a passage mention something about an egg, like a very large one. Intrigued, you have decided to pursue that lead while Coron, with Banner of Swiftness, was being sent back to your main base to deliver the information, basically to like give a proper debriefing and not through like message spell, because as a reminder you were contacted by Ulfgar, or rather Cheruk, I believe Cheruk was contacted for like a short status update. So while Coron is doing that, I will still have to do calculations, but I believe he might deal with that in like 5 days or less, but I will figure this out later. Yeah, you went up in the mountains because the monastery itself is not on the highest peak. There's still quite a way to go if you wanted to reach the top of the world, so to speak. Following the trail of this apparent egg, along the way you have dealt with a bunch of harpies that tried to sing you into stepping off the cliff. And after
I did step off the cliff.
well, yes, you are technically correct. The best kind of correct, because that didn't end up with your death because of the boots of Spider Clown that you have got.
It is. I am so lucky I just realized I had those.
I mean, I technically also stepped off the cliff and fell onto a slightly lower cliff.
Yes, that's true. That's true. And because I don't think I heard it, but I might have forgotten. Has anyone taken anything from the loot from the fallen samurai? So either phylactery of positive channeling, veil of fleeting glances, or the +2 weapon. I know there was some discussion about the +2 weapon, but I don't think I heard if anyone took it. Just wanted to make sure.
No, I couldn't use it, and I don't think anyone else can use any of the weapons, so we'll just sell it.
If it was a +2 longbow, I would have taken it, but
Yeah, sadly it's not
I
a
would get a
longbow.
negative level if I used it.
Yeah, I mean I remember that, but I wanted to like make sure that nobody takes anything from the loot list and it will just stay there for selling later. Okay, so I'm gonna guess that's that. Okay, so
no.
as you are continuing your travels through the mountains, which is proceeding normal, which is slower than usual, but sadly this terrain is anything but easy, especially since you are reaching the areas that do not have, very rarely have anything resembling a path, a beaten path. Like, it's very clear that if anything ever came through here, it's very rare, so you are also slightly slowed down by the fact that you actually have to look for a path to go through. Mind you, obviously, with the benefits that you have, with your immortality and being able to shrug plenty of hazards that would give pause to normal adventurers, it's more like a tedious hassle and not something actively damaging you or being a problem. Still, as you are continuing your journey, I will require 2 rolls from the party. Basically, one person will make the main roll. If anyone else wants to assist, they can. 1 roll will be for survival. The second roll will be for stealth or sneak. I forget what it's called in the system.
I think. Who has? What's everybody's survival? Because I have good stealth.
And yes, I would rather prefer if the same PC wasn't the like main lead on both checks.
Come on, sheet. I
have a stealth check of 23. So.
Wait, sorry, which check was it?
Stealth
Stealth
and
and
survival.
I have a stealth of -3 and a survival of +3.
I have a plus 14 to stealth, but I've got nothing, and +3 in survival.
I've always rolled good on survival.
I have +4 on survival.
I can do the
Alright,
stealth
so-
and you do your survival then.
Alright, so if I can take stealth. Pretty sure we're going to win down that one with my 23. And I have a survival of +10. So does anybody else want to do survival?
No, it's 3 here, and unless
4.
Zach wants to roll well, I don't think anyone else
I'll do it, since
Alright.
Matt doesn't want the same person doing both.
Alright, then I'll start off with stealth. 35.
And
I rolled above average.
And I'll assist in survival. We did not do good in survival.
Can I assist?
believe you're stealthing currently.
Yeah.
Yeah, in this case, I would say no, because the reason why you can do both is that you're actually like focusing on not only hiding yourself, but also ensuring that the rest of the party remains out of sight in case there was anything, for example, flying in the air. Because as far as you can tell, you do have something in suspicion that even though there's not many signs of life up there, these mountains, this mountain range as a whole, may have frost giant presence.
Ooh.
And actually, you can make me one more thing. You can make me, and this can everyone can make that check if they want to. You can make me giants fall under humanoids, which will be
Local?
Actually, I need to double check if the frost giants still fall under humanoids or not. Yeah, humanoids, which which falls under local.
Alright, I assist Azrak.
Okay,
I mean,
so
I'm
with,
fine with my 22.
yeah. So with that check with 24 with assist from Cheruk, as you like pull your minds and start figuring it out. So obviously, as with other types of giants, they like to take pets, to have pets, different kinds of animals. Frost giants, apart from possibly having wolves, like winter wolves, the reason I mentioned air is that they may also have white dragons as their pets. Mind you, usually this will be young white dragons, so, you know, medium-sized creatures, but still, something that can fly in the air and in this environment will not be hindered at all with blizzard and snow, so it can definitely operate as a recon, as a scout flying in the air. So yeah, Cheruk is essentially ensuring that the entire party remains out of sight from the air. And well, we'll see how the survival regarding finding path,
would
but
it-
more like also hiding your tracks will pay off. What you gonna ask, Sheriff?
Would you count a blizzard as an environmental variable such as high wind, storm, or rain?
I would say right now there's not exactly a blizzard. I just merely mentioned that in case there will be like a snow or like
Oh
regular
yeah,
snow in the mountains.
I was just
In for
checking
the future.
feel the wind. Yeah, feel the wind.
Uh, I'd say so, but sorry, can you like remind me in regards to what you are asking me this? Like what this is the thing you're asking about?
So the solar wind boost call feel the wind.
Okay.
It negates any penalties to attack rolls from such environmental variables such as high windstorms or rains.
Okay.
But magically created, such as wall of wind or control weather, or naturally caused, such as a gale. Alright, so it includes magically created forces as well.
Alright. So I would say if Blizzard was like normal, it wasn't like, weather augmented by magic or like, there were some weird shenanigans.
Yep.
Then yeah.
Alright, that's it.
Okay. Surprisingly, the Storm Giants do not, the Frost Giants do not have. Okay, so final survival is 16 with the 8. Okay. I mean, I know ties still resolve for the defender. But yeah, for now, nothing happens, and I believe it will be around definitely past noon as the air grows, or not the air, but the day slowly will be coming to an end as the surroundings get darker, when you believe that you reach your destination, and to basically so that you do not have to make another checks to see if you can like find anything, because obviously if it was so simple to find then someone else would have already done it, but as you arrive you have to like spend a little bit on scouting the area, maybe shoving a little bit of snow away so that you can perhaps uncover, unearth additional clue. And all in all, you managed to find a cave, mostly because when you finally get near it, there's a sense of warmth, which definitely is surprising and a clear sign that something is different. And you don't have to go too deeper into find out that, well, perhaps once upon a time this would have been an egg, but definitely something has changed, because what do you see is something resembling a cocoon, and not a small one. This thing is huge, is colossal. You believe maybe that the cave might have been like large enough, like this like big hollow natural cave, and this egg slash cocoon, which is the source of the warmth that you felt, seems to cover, like fill in most of it. You can only imagine that whatever creature hibernates, grows, sleeps inside of it, must be massive indeed. And now that you see this cocoon and you can like inspect it more closely, especially Zillow for now, but we'll get to like others because Cherry Castle will have like a chance to make a knowledge check for something, but in a moment. Zillow, you are reminded somewhat of what you have found in that laboratory regarding the research how to slay an immortal being. And now that you see this, you can make me, and I believe if magical beasts fall under Arcana, you can make me a knowledge Arcana check.
Thank you. 1 second, I'll just lift up the blinds for my cat. Look out the window. Alright. I know nothing.
You instantly forgot about what you read.
Yeah, it wasn't all that important for me, I guess.
Yeah, perhaps this is like a, maybe not shock, but awe of seeing this being, but you swear there's something on the edge of your mind, but this feeling fleets away. You like shrug, oh, guess, yeah, it wasn't important enough.
Must be. Yep.
Because let me double check Sinful. Did Zillow like share anything of what he found in that laboratory? And if yes, then would anyone else like care about that?
I think he probably would have only told just enough because he doesn't trust the other people to be as intelligent as him.
Oh, thanks for that.
Nice.
That's racist.
That's not racist.
That's
You're an orc. You would never understand anyway.
right now. That was racist.
Okay. Give me a moment. Okay, I'm gonna say still, the DC might not be low. Cheryuk, due to your background and your profession, I'm gonna still say that you still have a chance to make a knowledge history.
Got 2 on that one, so let's hope for the best. 20.
Very good. You are reminded as the one that's, well, does hunting and considers himself like a hunter. You learned a little bit about the informal organization called Hunting Lodge and its origin, how it came to be. And somehow, like seeing this egg, you are reminded of, well, a little bit of trivia of lore about the origin of the Hunting Lodge, which is that about more than a little over 600 years ago, there was a group of hunters. Basically, before they became that, they were adventurers of renown, acquiring power through, conflict and wars. They were formed to hunt a particular type of being, of beast, that at the time was considered to be unkillable, and they considered this, the ultimate test of their skills, to find out a way to kill something that seemingly is unkillable. And you remind yourself that in the history books, in the scrolls, how they are remembered is that this group was called the Godspawn Hunters.
The Goldspawn Hunters?
Not Godspawn.
Godspawn. Alright. So, So, this is the egg of a god, is what you say.
Is there a giant chicken in the sky?
That will make a mighty fine omelet.
Mm-hmm. I wonder if it tastes better or worse than a normal omelette. Like, is this that's why the saying "the taste is divine" comes from, or?
So yeah, as I mentioned, like this is more like a cocoon and not an egg. And now that Cheruk did this, like a little bit of connecting the dots, if anyone else wants to also make knowledge arcana check to see if you can like recall any bit of information regarding its perhaps traits, you are free to do so.
Wait, heat, cocoon, bird,
Eggs.
egg.
Huzzah! I'm not completely stupid.
Stupid.
Yeah, essentially Cheruk, Cheruk did like ruffled your brain a little, not ruffled, but shook your brain a little bit, and that, oh right, that was that. And yeah, combining that with the papers and data you have found before, yeah, you are aware that the Godspawn subtype usually is applied to colossal magical beasts, and the main three things that they have is that they hibernate, they can sleep for a very, very long time.
Me.
So perhaps what the scout in the ages past or decades past thought this was an egg, instead, yeah, this was like a protective cocoon that formed over the years as this creature slept and continues to sleep. And yeah, as you like inspect it more closely, you can see that yeah, the shell seems extremely sturdy. Yeah, also
Like,
we are aware about it.
Unbelievably sturdy. Like, adamantine could possibly only just crack it.
No, mechanically it's stated that the damage resistance can be bypassed by epic weapon, which I will need to like later check if this is like if the +5 weapon is counted as epic, or does it have to be like even higher than that?
Not as epic. I believe it has to count as plus. You have to have it at +6 enhancement.
Which is not normal, not something non-gods
No.
can do.
Yeah, which is not something you normally get. Because it normally maxes out at 5, and then you start adding special bonuses.
I like that. A god can always charge. Would make a good cavalier.
What the fuck is with your cavalier?
I recall, is it the Godspawn template to make fucking spawns of Rovergug?
Perhaps? I am not sure. I merely saw it in creature types and subtypes and thought this was like a fun thing.
So, things like, say, the Tarrasque.
Yeah.
Says we had to fight something called the Tear-Ask. The what?
Yeah, I can't recall if I already found that subtype back when I don't know. I'm not sure if you guys remember last campaign that there was this like giant fucking serpent you have met. This is like a
Sure.
very short thing, but I don't.
But yeah, no. Whatever
It was a
is.
long time ago.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever it is, we're now confronted by a giant egg of some unreasonable being.
So, can we make a guess on how much longer it will hibernate?
Normally I would want to say yes, but to be honest, like with these types of beings, it's really, it's like very, very hard to determine with like your regular senses.
Yeah, you don't really come across that many Godspawn.
Yeah. Plus, it's like very hard to figure out like even what sort of indication would you look for, because it's not like the shell would crack. Perhaps some sort of diviner, oracle, basically someone that can essentially use a spell or something to look in the future of this particular area and or being, to determine if this will wake up or not. Obviously, logic dictates, or rather common sense dictates, that if you somehow are able to like deal enough damage to like go so that it punches through its damage resistance, perhaps hurting it would wake it up, but then you imagine that it's probably gonna wake up very, very, not groggy, but very agitated.
Right, so we should probably warn both the monastery and the rest of the group of what we found.
And to give like a basically a little bit of like distance idea, how far is it? In terms of like travel hours in this terrain, it's about 5 to 6 hours of travel time, and in a distance, I mean, if you went with a straight line in terms of like mountain, that would be around 3 miles. I'm like eyeballing it, but yeah, it's not like right next door, but with the size and potential power of this creature, it's still close.
Yeah, if and when this creature were to wake up, it would probably be the uncrowned champion of this island, or the strongest being.
Small good news is that as far as you can tell, when you look at it, you do not see any obvious signs of, you know, corruption, necromantic energy, anything that when you look, you know, normally if you look at something, then it's, oh, that's evil. So you don't have any like clear indication that there's anything like, you know, corrupt. There's no like corruptive energy affecting this.
Now the question is, does that mean the necromancer hasn't found it yet, or does it just mean he's scared of it too?
He'll say we push it down the mountain.
I say we don't.
Hey. There's like 7 massive beasts. They likely have to team up to fight this thing. It would be the greatest show.
I want to fight this thing.
Yeah, I have no problem pushing it.
Remind me, because I don't
listen.
think I heard it right. Can you like copy and like write it in chat? What's your like, you know, strength capacity of like pushing it?
Yeah, Church doesn't want to be anywhere near this thing.
Also, I know I'm like bad with description, but essentially the idea is that this cocoon is inside a cave, but the cave itself is like, you know, the entrance is small, So you have like a clear idea that when this wakes up and bursts forth, like this side of the mountain is probably gonna get like erupted and get destroyed due to the awakening of this creature. Rather, because Zach posted in Discord chat that how much Mogaru weighs. Is that something in your ballpark, Zilol?
I can push 36,800.
Let me see.
No, that's into 4 million, but Mogaru's literally Godzilla.
So
Okay, so I would say that this egg is not Godzilla, but is definitely much higher than 36,000.
Alright, so not quite Godzilla, but more heavier than Gamera.
Godzilla squared.
See, my idea was to actually just start caving out the stone under it that it's on. And so just like start sliding down the mountain.
Which technically we could do.
Well, we could definitely do it, but I feel like we're getting a bit off point now.
Yeah, before your campaign turns into like a grinding Minecraft session for the next
2 hours.
month of like in-game time.
Yeah, we would go, we'd get the dwarves, get some, their pickaxes and such, and, get to work.
It. Eric is just going to sigh in frustration and just leave the cave.
We probably mark it on our fucking map and we're gonna tell someone about it.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then come back and kill it.
eventually, yeah.
Ow!
By
How?
being badass.
Yes.
When I go from large
Pause.
to...
When Cheruk asks how, I won't give you an answer as a DM, Zilol, but your mind goes back to the piece of this weird, evil, claw-like item that you have got from after the fight with the tribe of the Golden Salamander, back when you saved Ulfgar and the rest. You've gotten this like weird black obsidian-like claw that was keeping one of the Eternals in stasis. Do
See,
you
what I
recall
was
that?
planning on doing was saving up for a scroll of planar ally, summoning Endith, and having him stab him with the God-slaying spear.
But yeah, essentially, so your mind comes back to this, and you're like, you can take this in hand, look at the egg, and then for now put it away.
I was like, I mean, maybe not me, because I'd probably think to poke the egg with it while we're here.
Yeah. Well, let's not poke the unpokeable, and let's head out of here.
In due time.
In due
All
time.
in due time.
Find a sleeping Trask, what do you want to do? Wake it up. What?
So like, I have immortality for a reason.
See, what we have to do
Yeah, it's
is
to
when
save
we get
you.
into...
Sorry.
If we get into a giant war with the Necromancer, we just have to, like, force maneuver so that his army is between us and the monster, and then wake it up.
Yep. And then we get to enjoy, pull out some popcorn as the Tarask eats his army while we just chill and laugh.
And then run.
Yeah, and then run and we get the fuck out of here.
Our heroes, everybody.
As it should be.
It's like, slightly tangent, reminds me, the ending of Rise of the Rin Lords, if the party fucks up big time, Mar gets awoken, which is a great old one.
Oh yeah,
And it's
that.
like, And for campaign hooks, well, now there's a great old one for your party to deal with, and they should probably go look for some allies. And oh look, there's a level 20 wizard that doesn't want the world fucking destroyed. That'd be a great person to team up with.
Yeah, common enemy. The
Basically, it's like he is just trying to rebuild his empire, not fuck over the world.
yeah, he can't do this when there's nothing.
I can't rule the world when I don't have a world to rule.
Yep. Exacto.
Anyways,
Okay, I'm gonna put the
we
note
found the
that
cathedral, we found the egg. What's next?
as you will be
across,
leaving
march across the bottom of the ocean.
as you will be leaving the
Beat up fish.
cave, you can make me perception checks. The DC, I'm not looking at the chat, the DC you're looking for
Damn
is 20.
God damn it.
I will be the savior.
Also natural one.
Are you ready for this?
Do 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 do.
Hype us all up. Do this. And I get a 14. Oh. I get a 14, and then casually rolls on that 20 and gets 30.
God damn. Nice. Alright.
You hyped me up, so I was able to perform my best.
And his
Yeah,
name
I'm-
is Siloze!
Oh yes, this is the meme where that wrestler comes out in the shadows from behind in 1430 in the background.
Yeah, the Undertaker, I think.
No, that was John Cena.
I mean, the first
Okay.
one, yeah, John Cena, but I think the second one Julius was referring to, I think, another one. It's one different.
Yeah. I know what he's talking about.
Nice.
Okay.
I've seen the meme.
Yep.
Question 1. Does anyone speak giant?
Hold on, let me check.
Goblin is basically the same as giant, right?
No.
Oh, I speak giant. I speak common, Tengu, elephant, draconic, orc, goblin, terran, dwarven, oran, giant, cyclops, and celestial.
Yeah, all I got is common and undercommon.
Common and the Australian dialect of common.
Did I also, Cheruk, did I also hear draconic in that list?
Yes.
Very well. Okay, you are not the first one to hear it, but I believe Zillow would hear it first. Sounds of, well, different beings echoing from a distance. This is not something either coming to you or close by, but you managed to hear it enough so you can, like, basically gauge, fucking hell, English, gauge in which direction you should go to intercept them. And after pointing that out, Cheruk will figure out that he hears two giants grumpily talking with one another. At least that's how it hears. You can't pick up specific words because of a distance, but you know, like it's an like echoey sounds of discussion between two giants. And from time to time, as you continue to listen, you do hear not barks, but fucking hell, what? I mean, the sound of a dragon.
Growls?
Sometimes, yeah, growls of a dragon, like interjecting when they are talking.
Alright, so Jurek is going to make a stealth check to immediately hide behind any corner he can find. And he's going to try to get a bit closer to see if he can make out exactly what they're saying.
I mean, they are not in a distance. Like to sneak up to them, like to first you have to go quite a like distance because they are not like 60 feet away from you. They are like much farther. You are hearing
They're
Zillow
just
first
very
heard.
loud, I presume.
They heard he heard an echo, echoing throughout the mountains that allowed him to figure out that, hey, in like your general area, not in your close vicinity, but in general area, there seems to be
Alright.
frost giants present with a dragon.
Let's go kick their ass.
Yeah. So the question is, the party
Why are you so bloodthirsty?
do they proceed to investigate or do they
I
ignore
proceed
that?
to investigate.
We're going towards them.
Alright. Guess we're going.
I will investigate with my gauntlet. I mean, what?
Wait a minute, is this the same giants and dragons we saw before?
So we're about to find out.
The dragon. I'm gonna say with your nat 20 Zilol, that dragon does not sound the same. It actually sounds younger and smaller.
Alright. I was like, we might not want to mess with that dragon just yet.
I will mess with everything.
Dun dun dun.
We know, we saw what happened last time. You thought that was a good idea.
No, I didn't think it was a good idea, but I don't leave people behind.
I'm talking about Quispy.
That's what I'm talking about too.
Oh. I was about to say, like, we had quite a few people we could have left behind.
No, yes, but honor and all that. Like, I'm not going to leave another guild member behind. And I let those two know about that and then asked them what they told me. They're like, oh, there's a guy stuck back there. And I was like, I don't think that us getting
Anyway,
reinforcements would save him.
You had your reasons. We went in and it worked out. That means it was a good plan. Let's go.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That means any plan I have from now on is going to be a great plan.
Well, if it succeeds, if it doesn't, well.
I mean, just look at, I forget his name, but the character I had in Jade Region.
Ah, yes, that guy.
He survived every combat he charged into, and he charged into every combat.
Yeah, I mean, he was literally on the edge of life and death quite a few fucking times.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Mm-hmm.
It worked.
Okay then.
Do you know how many spell slots I had to waste healing your ass?
Any case,
Fuck.
we
Yeah,
fight
heading-
frost giants and dragon.
Yep. Were the opponents?
Ah, fuck. It won't be. No dynamic lightning. Fuck this.
Ah.
That's what's happening.
Forgot to set it up. Never mind.
Yeah, I feel you.
You don't. It won't be needed anyways. Okay, so as you will be approaching, yeah, your tokens start here. I'm gonna say you don't have to make a roll to. Actually, I probably should make a line. You don't have to make a roll to this line, the stealth roll. But if you want to get closer, I mean, from already this distance, you may make a perception checks to. I mean, sure, you can make a perception check to essentially try to figure out what they are talking about. But as you're like approaching more closely, you see that these two seem to be arguing about something.
As I can see, lol. Put the symbol on you. We're flexing at them.
Roar.
Are you really not hiding?
We're tempted to just stand here flexing as they come, but let's have Jiro hear what
Very well. I mean, I'm gonna resolve Cheruk thing, but if you are doing flexing, we won't be making
No.
stealth checks.
Jesus. I'm going to make a stealth check.
I mean, if we are trying to be sneaky, I will make a stealth check, because why not?
Sure.
Because I have a sense of self-preservation.
There you go. There's my stealth check.
Mighty odd for an immortal, I must say. As I said, this is the stealth check of
No
someone
excuses.
who's standing flexing on a boulder. Anyway, let's
Doesn't
see
mean we,
what they...
Okay.
mean we still don't feel pain.
There you go. Don't try it, Frost Dragons. I have the high ground. Don't try it, Frost Giants.
Okay,
I have the high ground.
I have really good stealth, but I'm hoping for a one. No!
I'm just imagining the three of you doing Fortnite dances atop the boulder.
No.
Not Fortnite dance.
No.
I imagine they are doing the ay 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 ay.
We're doing Pillar Man.
No. You do not get to do the I on a nat 1.
No,
No.
that's because it's my stealth check. That's why I have fucking background music as
Yeah.
I'm standing there.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm doing the Carlton on top of it.
We just see a little Azrak, and then if you look closely, Suxa standing there flexing on top of the pillar as we come closer. You know what? Fuck it.
Hey,
This is more fun than
Simon,
stealth.
I feel we get to be Pillar Man on natural 1 because there's just as much of a chance of rolling a nat 1 as there is a nat 20.
Mm-hmm.
It is just as rare. We still get to do cool shit.
Alright.
Okay, so going from the start, Cheruk's perception check. As you're approaching, and before idiots on your team go up on the rock and start flexing on these giants, giving out the position of your party, not yours, thankfully. This is the general gist of what you hear as the giants are arguing between one another, while the dragon seems to be like growling and resting on this rock here. Are you sure you saw these tracks? Of course I did, Longvar. I know what I saw. This is a dead end, you idiot. Have you stolen Jarl's moonshine again?
So are they arguing with each other or with the dragon?
With each other.
Alright.
Somebody was coming through this part of the mountain. I'm sure of it. And if you just stopped being so pissing, and then as the giant begins to like turn around. The fuck is this? Okay, this is how we're gonna do this. Cheruk, because I still need to make their perception check, but I'm pretty sure they won't be able to pass your stealth. Which means you, because you actively decided to like hide, and your stealth check, you know,
Success
you
is
passed
also
it.
hiding behind me.
I'm not actually hiding. I'm standing to the side of you, just
Oh.
not being noticed. That's the problem.
'Cause I'm sitting there, I'm standing there screaming.
Yeah, it's just like I is heard in the background.
But look at Discord. That's my stealth check.
Uh-huh.
I'm holding up a banner with a orc skull painted on it.
I'm just imagining you going. It's your instinct fighting against the instinct to shout "Bah!"
I'm just imagining Cheruk going, not noticing that his party members are climbing the boulder because he's too enraptured in what the giants are saying. It's just
I should multi-class.
it's not until
and-
that they start staring at them their direction that he notices.
It's just
Oh, shit.
you hear it going. Go down. They're looking in our direction. Team.
I should multi-class into the skull that specializes in great clubs and drums.
Did I hear the dragon say anything?
Nope. Not in this case. But, well, you do know that they are capable of speech. Mostly, you had a feeling that is by the fact that it's smaller, so it seems like a pet to these giants. As they were arguing, it seems like the expression, "Oh, these idiots again." Okay, so you can roll.
I have never related to a dragon this much.
To be fair, the dragon's probably older than all of us combined still.
Young dragons, I don't think.
It's probably
Hold on.
like 40 years or something like that. 40-year dragon, midlife crisis.
Hold on, I'm actually curious about that. Okay, so essentially this is how you're gonna do. Okay, fine. I wanted only give surprise round to Cheruk, but technically Zixos passed his stealth check.
No,
even
no,
though-
no, 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 no. Don't worry about it. I'm not stealth check. Don't worry about it. Just him. He's just not. Basically, think about it this way: we're standing here dramatically, and it's hard to notice him because everyone else is just so much more intimidating. Mhm.
Hey, I could actually roll intimidate if you wanted.
So could I.
Mhm.
Why I cannot fucking find it? Oh, finally. Okay, so young. No, according to this page, young dragon is between 16 to 25.
Oh.
It's basically a kid.
Juvenile is between 26 to 50.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay,
Okay.
so yeah, he's a kid. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, so yeah, essentially Cheruk, you get a surprise round.
Look at these frost giants making a toddler fight for them.
Mhm.
I just need to check up the disguise self spell real quick.
You look like another creature of your type.
So if you want to look like a human, ogre, like orc, goblin, basically.
You can technically make yourself look like a frost giant. You'll just be a midget frost giant because I think you can only be one size difference.
So, in other words,
Or no, it's one
I
above
would-
difference.
I was just making sure it didn't affect my clothing or anything. So if I could make like a camouflage, winter
is-
camouflage.
That would be up to Matt, and I would say, personally, yes, because that is what illusions are fucking for.
Mm-hmm. So you basically turn yourself into a snow pile and shuffle around unseen.
I can make myself, including clothing, armor, weapons, and equipment, look different. That's what it says
Yeah.
on the first.
And it, in fact,
Yeah.
gives you bonuses because that's what the spell descriptions say. The school
Right.
descriptions specifically.
So, Turek uses his Ring of Chameleon power as a standard action to use the spell Disguise Self. And he's using it to essentially
One
create...
thing real quick.
Hmm?
Technically the bonus that you get from illusion is to disguise, so that would be up to Matt if it would count to stealth.
Would you agree that he can make camouflage, Matt?
Sorry, what was that?
Do you agree that Chirrut can use disguise self to basically make his clothes camouflage, so he can stealth across the snowy landscape?
There's a precedent for it working on disguise checks, but it technically doesn't do stealth, if I recall. I'm
Oh no,
currently actually cooking noodle,
the Ring
so-
of... here's the text of the Ring of Chameleon power. It does also give a +10 competence bonus on stealth checks.
Oh,
All right,
there
then it
you go.
works.
No, then fine.
There's
Then
your 10.
there's no need for ruling
Yep.
because the item already states it. All right.
Alright then, so he's going to...
And I forget.
that was a standard action.
Yeah, I think you only get one standard in a surprise round. Or,
Yes.
Or standard or move, I guess. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Very well. So
You
yeah,
get
as you
one
like
to be precise.
Yeah, you see, because as he turns around, like, what the fuck is that? As you like hear it, because you are the only one that can like understand what they are saying, and you immediately like see Zillow. You do not understand what they are saying, but you see the bloodthirsty grins appearing on their faces, and Cheruk will understand what they are saying. That, see, I told you someone was here. Let's kill them and bring them to the Jarl. Yeah, he's gonna reward us. Okay. Zillow, it is your turn.
Would you describe to me how you're JoJo posing before you head in? Mm.
Pretty much my guy just there, hands on his hip, just looking up. He just had like the sun like shining right on him.
Oh yeah, just so you can't like see his face, the shadows like obscure his face dramatically.
You see the silhouette of Azunaka in the sunlight.
Alright, I'm gonna go out on a limb here because that rock's in front of us that I can't charge the one.
The rock indeed does seem like a mighty foe.
The one we're on top of?
No, the one in
different
front of
one.
us.
This one.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
I'm
also
not
a rock as
looking at
an
the map.
obstacle.
Alright.
I am still in my kitchen.
Well, what do you do?
I am going to move to here. And I'm going to be Big Pig.
Alright, let me enlarge your token, I believe in this direction.
Yep. Yeah, I was on my my sheet fixing that.
So you're basically just chugging a potion, growing in size as your steps start leaving bigger and bigger tracks.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright,
Let's go.
Oh, smash.
And it is my turn because I am out of actions.
alright. Cheruk.
Right. So, being the stealthy boy that he is, he's going to stealth over here, 60 feet, with his white loading. So, guessing.
It just looks like another piece of snow fluttering across the landscape.
Yeah. Well, I guess they're the distraction.
Mhm.
I'm always a distraction.
Pulling some snake shit, but instead of like a box, there's like a snow cone. Or snowman. Okay, you go there. Anything else?
No, since I double moved.
Fucking hell, I saw that thing on chat. Also, enough time has passed, so you should be at full health. I'm seeing, Cheruk, on your token that you have like 39 out of 47.
Yep.
Yeah, so you should be full health. Zixus.
Success jumps from one rock to the other, standing dramatically, sword pointed towards the sky. I am Success, first disciple of Master Yoro Moonlight, and I shall take you on by myself. And turn ready action to smack someone if they come close.
Alright.
Look, I need the boulder to appear tall.
Yep. Let me see. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Excellent. Okay. So, yeah, the dragon growls something. Those who speak Draconic, which definitely Cheruk. I don't know. I forgot if anyone else. Snarls.
does.
Snarls prey. It's gonna fly up. Like here. and as it's flying, it's gonna like shift its like head. You see it's inhaling,
Mhm.
and then 30-foot cone. It's definitely trying to position itself in a way that